All right, this is the little Breeze, and it's in pretty damn good shape, really. So the battery, and then something's going on with it going into reverse, that it cuts out in reverse, and I'm not sure if there's like a reverse switch with the brakes or whatever, so I gotta see what the dope is going into reverse, and why it just doesn't seem to function right. But I will get at that. Gotta get this battery out first and deal with it. But this tidy little machine, buddy bought it from a buddy of mine, and his kids used it, Margot's used it, so I think I'm gonna sell it. But all the plastic and decals are all in good spirits, so let me see what I can come up with here. All right, back to the little quaddy here. I was checking it out the other day, get it fired up, put the new battery in it, and it did fire up, but it was running like shit. Fuel was bad, but then I also noticed that the fuel switch in the reserve position was no good. Reserve, off, on. And in the reserve, it was not doing anything any good. So I'm gonna put this new one back in. That's what I am going to do. It was cheaper to buy a new one almost than it was to buy the O-ring and stuff for the to repair the old one. Leave that on there for right now. Filter, the gefilte fish on it. All right, so let's get down here to the brass tacks, I think. Okie dokie. Yes. Alright, let me get back to my knees here. Always on my knees. I'm going to tighten this up, and then we'll move on from there. So this is the old fuel switch. Alright folks, I'm back in the shop. I got my spark plug for the little quad, the Breeze, which I'll show you again, but just to refresh our memories here, this was the plug that I took out of it, and you can see pretty fouled and not good. New plug, not fouled, so let's go put it in. And I'm kind of thinking hopefully that the gas that was in it was old and stale, causing problems. I do have a carburetor kit in case I need to do something with the carburetor. But I think this is one of those situations where it's almost just it's less painful to buy a new car because they're so cheap than to you know, go through the hassle of doing a rebuild of one. But we'll see. We'll figure it out, I guess. Alright, let's see what happens here. just won't stay running without the choke. Fires right up, partial choke. Without choke, throttling it keeps it running. But if I just let it go to idle, boom, instantly. So I am afraid I will need to take the carburetor off, turn this fuel off, let it run out of gas, see if I can get it to start. Won't start without the choke. Alright, got it almost out. I just need to take the fuel line off. I think that's like a, I don't know if that's an overflow, and that's about it. I got the choke and throttle. Let's throttle. Choke's over here. The air box line. Line's going to the intake manifold are off. So let's just see about the these hoses are loose. Let me give this hose a twist and whatnot to get it off of here. Alright, out. Carburetor is out. Let's go see what the dope is with this thing. Alright, well, there's most of the guts of the carburetor. There's the carburetor top. That's the bowl, obviously. Got all that stuff in there. Screws, springs, the floats. And then I did look through this kit. It does look pretty good. Like, you know, there's stuff in there that I can use, certainly, but I'm gonna see what happens cleaning the stuff up first, and go from there. So I'm gonna go walk this over to the detached garage and see if I can't get this into the ultrasonic cleaner. See what happens over there. All right. Let's see what we got here. Scored some tacks for the chainsaws to help with their tuning. Pretty cool. Got a couple of them, different models, if you will. And I think these fittings that they sent me for this hydraulic ram, I think these are the wrong fittings. I wanted 1/2 inch, and they sent me all right, this is a little window into my world and why I have like 3 of everything. I ordered so many fittings for this ram that's on the scissor lift I had repaired. Out of all of them, maybe out of 5 orders, 2 orders had the correct fitting. Actually, I got the correct fittings. But at the end of the day, I didn't use any of them because the problem was with the hose and not the fittings. Go figure. Yeah. 150388. This is the carburetor kit I bought. You can see caliber. Said that it's a, you know, supposedly a good kit, I guess. We'll see here as we compare it to the OE piece parts. This was the drain line for the bowl, and man, it is hard and crispy and melted and collapsed. So that's no bueno. All right. I will dissect these parts and see if I want to put my cleaned parts back in or use some of the new stuff as compared to the old stuff. We'll see here. Let me look at this stuff a little bit closer. That's the idle set screw. I may, that I have to reuse. Jet needle. I'll check that out closely. I may use the new one with that as well. So, I'll see what's up here. Okay, well, let's see what I do here with some of this. It's a little float needle, new one. Okay, I know what the game plan is here. I should have taken the screw out for the screw before I cleaned it out of the barrel, because that was pretty filthy in there. Damn it, I didn't do that. So anyway, but they do have a new one here for it, but I gotta clean these threads and stuff out in here. You know, if you're building it, you might as well make sure every damn thing's clean. Anyway, my first faux pas, second faux pas, maybe third faux pas, I don't know. But I should have done it and I didn't, so there we go. Alright, I have the needle. There was a little, here, might help. There was a little stainless or a little steel washer down there that I didn't see. I'm glad I didn't lose it. And then I believe that O-ring went on there as well. And if I recall right, when I pulled this out, from the time it started to thread, it went in like 16 full revolutions. So I'm going to try to do that again, because I don't think it was seated all the way was the issue with it. Because I turned it, you know, I went to go tighten it, and it didn't. Now, hindsight, what I should have done is taken it all the way down and backed it out to see how many turns. I should have taken it all the way down to see how many turns it took it to go all the way down. Anyway, because then I could have gone down and backed out that number of turns. It probably would have been better. But I'm going to put that back in. Well, that might have been bottomed out, because going back in, I might have, you know, missed a thread or two at the start. But I went in 14 revolutions and it's seated, so I think that one went down to seat as well, which is good. I would assume so, but you never know. But that's back in. So next, I guess I'll do the idle set screw. So I got the jet, the barrel, there's 2 needles in, and I think there's actually a little doodad down in here that I didn't take out when I cleaned it. So I'm gonna try to do that here. Let me see. I've got like a little macro screwdriver set, micro, but there's a little doodad down in there. And this second hole right there, this top hole, pull it out. Should have done that too in the cleaner, but I didn't. All right, it took me like 3 screwdrivers, different ones. I didn't want to break them. This is the one that I wound up using. These were the other two that I didn't use. And so it's a handy little Craftsman set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pieces. And I don't know. I must have had this one around independently because it was just, I think I just had that one around because it's not like the rest of them. But I also have a pretty cool, I'll show you here while I'm at it. Little stuff like this, when you see it and comes along, it's pretty cool to snag. But it's a stainless steel carving set, but it's got some cool, like dental tools in it as well. But it's for wood and things of that nature. But a handy dandy little set. All right. Excuse me. I noticed something different with these float needles. The OE needle came with, or the OE needle has a rubber tip on it, which I've seen that more consistently on like other things I've dealt with. But the replacement needle does not have that rubber tip. It's just a bare needle. So now I'm in a bit of a quandary. Do I want to use the old needle or the new needle? Ah, crap. I don't think I had this rolling. So I had to reuse the original bucket and then the original O-ring because it was that this bucket and O-ring that came with the kit, these two right, just would not seat in there, and then the original needle wouldn't fit in there. Had to use that needle to fit in there, and that needle, which is the replacement needle, doesn't have the rubber seating on the tip of it, which I think gives it a better seal. So I went back with all the original needle, bucket, and O-ring for the float needle. So I'm going to put the float on now and continue on. All right. I'm ready to set the bowl back on. And, oh shit. No, I'm not. Son of a beehive. I got to put that hold down. It's like a little mini distributor hold down, but for the float, the bucket that the float needle sits in. Son of a bitch. That would have been a bad scene. Okay, well, I got to put that in. Well, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Here's the ugly. Look what's missing from the tip of that needle. And ditto. I did something wrong. I don't know if I took it in too far. I don't know if I ran it in too far on both times, which really kind of pisses me off because now I got to buy another kit pretty much just to get that needle. Son of a beehive, man. God dang it. I guess, that's what happens when, you don't do this stuff all the time. And I probably shoulda, woulda, coulda known that. And I kind of didn't know that. So that kind of really pisses me off. I thought maybe it was because I had the O-ring and that little metal thing sequenced in there wrong, but that wasn't it. I had it right. Anyway, so that concludes me getting the Breeze cleaned up and prettied back up for sale. This day is just getting better and better. New needle. new needle, not like old needle. Not even close. And I ordered like 2 of these, just so I, as I explained. So now I got another needle coming in that I can't use, so I just had to go order more needles that I can use. And I'm back to ground zero. All right. Well, so now let me see. I'm on my like 3rd attempt for the the air fuel pilot needle in this thing. The pilot needle, fuel air mix needle that goes into that little spot right there. I put this in the parts cleaner, got it all washed up. I don't think I took that valve. I did. I took that pilot needle out of there. But what I didn't realize is the O-ring was left up in there. And so what I'm thinking what happened is when I bought a carburetor rebuild kit. In fact, the carburetor rebuild kit I bought was this exact same one. That's kit number 2. And the reason that is because, is this the other? Oh yeah, here's the other one. Okay. And the reason that is I decided to use the OE, the original equipment needle. When I ran it back up in there, I think I did 2 things wrong. I ran it up too far, but that O-ring was cattywampus in there, so it broke the tip off that needle. Which I'm glad I backed it back out to check things out, because it felt goofy a little bit, and noticed that the tip of the needle had indeed broke. So I thought, good score. I got the needle in the rebuild kit, put it in there, broke the tip to that one too. And that time I think it was 2 reasons. I ran it up too far, and the little piece that had broken off in there from the other needle was still up there, so it broke the tip off of that needle. So then I went into, I got to go find more needle mode. And so as you see here, I have the correct needle there, a correct needle here, 2. I know one of the correct needles is in this kit, because this is the 2nd kit. I bought it twice now. And the reason is I had bought these ones, and when I got them, they were wrong. Wrong-o. And somehow these ones got replaced by these ones, and the difference is the threading is just totally different. Just different needles. Close, but not the same. So then I couldn't use these, and I ordered 2 of them, just in case I broke one, I'd have another one. But so now I have two wrong needles. I found these guys. They're 21V-14105-00. That's the correct needle for this application. So the actual Yamaha needle set. So I bought 2 of those. But in the meantime, again, with shipping and everything, I thought, well, you know what? I know this has got the proper needle in it. So I bought this kit again. So it's just like the fittings. Exactly. Same scenario. But I'll really top this one off. I have a whole carburetor coming too. It was supposed to have been here yesterday, but delivery didn't happen. So, all right. So I replaced the, I guess that's the main throttle needle, if you will. The other one had some tarnish on it. Varnish, I guess, not tarnish. And we'll put this guy back on, and then I think I'll start reassembling here. Gonna put you on my head. There we go. Right on. Easy peasy. So I guess first thing I'm gonna do is just put this back in. Right on. I think they're over here. Let me go see what size this stuff is before I start. All right, I'm not sure it's perfect, but no choke. So I got it off. No choke. Bit of a bog to it. I think I gotta fiddle with the air fuel. I've been fiddling with it a little bit, but it won't start or idle without it being in choke or partial choke. But now, right on. Still has a little bit of a gotta do something with, I think, that air fuel mix. Anyway, all right, there we go. That was a good score. I was kind of worried there for a second, but I had the throttle, I don't know what you call it, the throttle needle and the plunger. I didn't have it seated in there properly, and it was not a happy camper. Well, let me do a couple of things here, and then I'm heading on out. Spend some time with my daughter. We're gonna go out to dinner. Yippee! This is Tuesday. What day? Tuesday, what's the date? Is it the 28th, I think? The 28th. The guy shipped this thing out to me on the 7th. So it's been 3 weeks. This thing being this carburetor. It's for the Breeze. My debacle. This is for the Breeze video. This bag, you can almost see through it. It's so thin and worn and beat up. This box, this is how this box was. I didn't touch this box. So, yeah, I didn't touch this. This is how it was, in pieces like this. So this thing took 3 weeks to get out to me. It sat out in Illinois for probably a week. It sat in Maryland for another week. And it's FedEx using the U.S. Postal Service. I'm telling you, man, the Postal Service, it's just another example of us turning into a third world country. I guess progressives and liberals think that's a good thing. Why not raise third countries up, bringing us down? Anyway, so the U.S. Postal Service, once again, stellar job. I see from FedEx sent me a notice that it was delivered just now, so I went out to the box. And of course the mailbox door is wide open. They don't shut it either. It's crazy, man. I don't get what the U.S. Postal Service is about anymore. There may be some good people working there, but I'm starting to wonder who they are. Certainly, that if they say the tail follows the head of that organization, it's pretty pitiful, my humble opinion. They need to pick it up. Slugs. Okay, so something I noticed here, I'm back on the Breeze, is this O-ring Man, does not have a lot of seat to it coming out as much as this one does. I wonder if that's where my air leak was. But then again, also, I noticed, God bless it, I must have maybe jacked something up in there. I don't know if you can see that, but it is very, let's see if I can get it on something contrasting. It is very slightly bent, the little needle end of it. Again, so I don't know what the deal is with it, why I keep doing that. And I was making sure I didn't run it all the way up, you know. I don't know. So what I'm going to try is I'm just going to stick a brand new carburetor on there and see what happens. So let me get this thing prepped here. Alright, so I took the O-ring off of the choke and took this inner rubber gasket off the cap of the throttle. So let's go install this thing and see what happens. I hope this resolves the situation. Let's go see. So that's the original fuel line, much thicker walled, so I might see if I can't find a replacement, but for now I cut piece they gave down to size. Let's see what happens here. Alright, no leaking this time. Fuel on. See what happens here. Oh, I better put my battery on here. I'm gonna put you guys on my head here for a second. Alright. Hold on. Thought I was gonna put you on my head. There we go. Alright. Fired right up. Much better. Good day. Happy last day of 2021. And good morning, little Breezy. Since you're running all fine, now I just got to clean it up. Thing is, it doesn't look good, but it's in pretty damn good shape. It's just a little dirty, obviously. Thing's pretty damn clean little ride. So we're gonna clean her up and I'm gonna sell her. So that's what's gonna happen. So let me get some stuff together here. Okay, so here's my tools of destruction today. My electric pressure washer, some Cano flow away cleaner degreaser, seems to be pretty good stuff. I don't know, we'll find out. I bought a bunch of Cano stuff, but then I also got the Simple Green. Took the wheels off and front wheels, and then I'll flip it around and get the back ones off and clean up that back there. But we'll squirt these guys down. Just dirty, dusty. Got those on there. Already wet, but give a little bit of the before and after. Shooting it, but get at it here. Next on deck is to air it off here, give it some dryness, and then I'll spray it down with some lubricant, silicone lubricant, put some on the chain. I'm not sure, I may use for my spray lubricant, might use this stuff, or this DuPont, but I'll use the AMSOIL for the plastic when I get to that point. But let me air this thing off a little bit. Getting it tidied up. It's a nice machine, man. Low hours, easy hours. This thing has never been bogged. It's been ripped around the yards a few times, and that's been about the extent of it. You can see there's like no dents, no nothing in the undercarriage. This is just all from grass, right? Rubbing on grass and stuff. But one little surface skid mark there. That's about it, man. Sweet. It's a sweet little bike. Wish Margo would have rode it more, but she didn't, so now I have no use for it. All right. Continue with the tidying up. Getting there. Getting tidy. So it's got a brand new battery, not a cheap battery either. It's like 80 bucks. New carburetor, and I have the original carburetors. And I got a new pilot needle for it. I think that's what the issue was. So I'm gonna tidy up the back here and put the tires back on, and that'll call it a day. Put her up for sale. Right on. Nice little machine. There we go. Tidied up little bugger. Let's give it a start here. Neutral. There you go. Look at that. Lights. Right on. Got the brake on, so it should go into reverse. Into reverse. There you go. There you go. Reverse. Forward works. It's a good little scooter. I don't want to go rip it up too much since I just cleaned it up. Let's get it out of here. My keys. I'm gonna put a little bit of petrol in it. I've been running around the reserve tank for quite a while now. So let's go see if I have any gas for it. This is a real high This is the perfect starter. Alright, let's take this bugger around to the garage, into the shop again.